15-inch speakers are on the wall there. The amp is under here. I mean, the guitar amp is under here. The actual amplifier, radio stereo receiver is over there. On the floor. Back to being on the floor right there. But everything's perfect. And the drum pad machine and the laptop fit on the same table. if you turn them sideways. That was the final piece to the puzzle. Anyway, this is my house in World of Warcraft. I live right next to my brother, and we're going to decorate my house for the first time in World of Warcraft today. Brother's house. You just run straight forward from my bench, and this is my brother in real life's house. So we live next door to each other, and this is our guild. So I'm basically, this is my bench, and this is my yard, and this is my house right here, and then right here, this must be my brother's bench, and that's his house right there, and his yard. Is this his yard? Yeah, it's more or less his yard. That counts as his yard. So our yards are connected by this big tree. And so it's the tree's chair. The tree has a chair between us. And it's this one. Sit on my chair and then jump over it and be in my yard. Hey, what's in my yard? Oh my gosh. Raccoon. There I am. Sort of my brother's idea and his guild's idea, so I don't know what to say about. This is my new house, and we're gonna decorate this like right now. Oops, turn off LBC radio. We don't do gypsy news. I'm going to do a sound check and a video check.
do. We have to learn how to use the microphone preamp that I bought. We have to learn how to use the mixer. We have to learn how to use the DJ deck. We have to learn how to use the drum machine. We have to learn how to use the oscilloscope. We have to learn how to use the equalizer. So there's going to be a lot of learning. Ton of learn, and I've never decorated a WoW house before, so tonight's the first night. Before any of that, I have to make a WoW house. Yeah, the sound is right now. Or no, it's not. The oscilloscope. Hold on, let me do the oscilloscope. I get it now. Put the device volume. I'm gonna go put a pizza in. Check, check, 1, 2. check 222. Yeah, the music volume is just about right. It's just about under me, you know. Okay, pizza time. I'm gonna like roll a joint and then like cook a whole pizza, and then we're gonna decorate a whole house next door to my brother right now. That's cool. That's cool. I heard that. That sounds pretty cool. That's sort of why I bought that. And we're gonna get the drum machine going. We're gonna enter my music, but before we, you know, get my music entered into these devices and stuff and learn them, I have to decorate a whole World of Warcraft house next door to my brother. oscilloscope is not hooked up to the stereo output. The oscilloscope is hooked up to the monitor out. And when you engage the pre-fader listen button on this music, it means that you can have the music coming out of the stereo at half volume. You can turn the volume down on the music, but the oscilloscope still reads the full volume of the music because you have pre-fader listen engaged on the music, and that puts the sound directly to the monitor out for your headphone to listen. So that's cool. I'm delaying building my house because I don't want to be disappointed and have to build it. So edit house, settings, permissions. Yeah, I think we're just going into edit house. Oh, and then coming soon and whatnot. What in the world is that? Wow, that's pretty cool. There's a lot of cool shit out here. Huh. So it begins. Let's take a dab before we go any further. I think this is my collector's edition gazebo. I had to, when I realized that the housing was collector's edition stuff, I had to get it. So, other collector's editions of WoW I've skipped. This one I knew we had the collector's edition. The sound is good on the sound check, but have got to go back up. Have to get high to decorate. It's the most significant time that you have to get high is to decorate a whole house, right? How the heck? Yeah, so it's my gazebo. And we're gonna do some dabs. Eventually, I will learn how to second, by the way. This one, oh yeah, it's like almost max. That second one, I let it sputter, and then you have to pull it up really quick so it doesn't spit out. I think I haven't been able to feel it as good because you have to pull it up really fast when it's overflowing. You're feeling it until it's overflowing every time. If you didn't get what was happening. House editing. Yeah. House editing. This is all miscellaneous. What? What am I doing here? What? My yard. Huh? 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 I guess that's where I live. My brother. His house is over there. Alright, turn off LBC radio. You can't do it. Alright. You can't do Gypsy News. No matter how badly they want to do Gypsy News, there's never a time. There just really is never a time. I know you want to do Gypsy News because you don't have any other ideas, but we just can't. We have to actually do the work and do real news. Whatever that means. Look at that. You see what I'm doing here? Brother! Sorry. That's my Scar impression. Brother! Okay. So, the Spanish word for cheese is queso. And apparently these lines aren't moving. The See what I mean by, like, the lines don't move. Yeah. So if it's there... Oh wow, you moved it even further than that. What in the fucking world is going on here? Oh, I moved it even farther. Ho ho! Aha! Have at you. You didn't think of that now, did you? I'm having a fight with a wagon over here. Ho ho! Okay, that's about as far. Now stop doing it. Stop that. That's about as far in the corner as I can place anything, and that's what that's gonna indicate now. Like, I don't even care. This is the wagon that the Wizard of Oz lives in, if you didn't notice. This is straight out of the Wizard of Oz. It's the gypsy wagon he lives in. But here's the point. He only hooked a ride with them. He's not actually one of them. He's actually just like a magical wizard. But like from Merlin. 10 minutes. Let's dab again. If I didn't get hit so hard by the last dab, I'd be like, let's dab again. You know what? I'm just gonna do a bong hit. Yeah. I'm just gonna do a bong hit. It's my yard. I just... Oh, you know what it is? Yeah, you can just see... Yeah, it's like that. You can stand on it, on the ley line. Snap to grid, enable clipping. Turn off for full decor collision. Snap to grid. Snap to grid. Nah, let's do it this way. Oh, we need tutorial. I'm in tutorial mode. I'm still in tutorial mode. That's cheeky. Whoa. Alter. Yeah, the property marker. You know. Let me, property marker. What the fuck happened to all my shit? What happened to my thing? Oh, we were inside of furniture. Or we were inside of something. It was alter of the something. Oh, we can hit all and then put in alter. There it is. Alter. Whoa. Watch it. So, the property market. No, the property marker. Wow. Oh shit, it does something. It does things with dragons. Look at that. Holy shit. Anyway, we'll just leave it like that for now. Wait a minute, I want to move it. Yeah. Let's keep moving it. Alright. It's the property marker. Stop it. Okay, that's fine. Stop. Hey. Now stop. Sorry. Yeah, that's good. Have reached the moon. by the time we'll have gotten a pizza cooked. Those are the property lines. I'm already liking how this is coming. We're gonna establish boundaries and get the property line right. We're gonna get right with the property line. I want to learn how to do these drum pads tonight because I do not get this thing. I'm going to learn the DJ deck and I'm going to learn the drum pads after we decorate. Part of me learning the DJ deck, part of me learning the drum pads is literally finishing the house where I now live next to my brother. Let me adjust the flame on the other one. I have a flame here. I'm an idiot. I can't do it right. Yeah, so basically the pizza's gonna be done in a matter of minutes. And the Coca-Cola cans are in the freezer. program here, and then I've got it right here. And I got the other program too. So this program, we have to register and sign up and an ask and this is in real time. This is what we're looking at. But this is a dedicated laptop. This is my personal laptop. This is a dedicated laptop for these DJ scenarios. So like the school bus stop on a snowy day. Slushy. We live in New England, so ice slush in puddles is like, we just stare at them since birth. You know, we just stare at them all our life. And sometimes you're thirsty, and you're like, man, I would take a drink of that. But no, you never do. But the longer you stand there, the thirstier you are. Eventually you'll be like, what if? You'll be like, no, you know what if. It tastes like sand. But still, it crosses your mind like, that's like a slushy. But that's what this is. It's like a slushy puddle in a New England winter. That's what it's like in that Coca-Cola can. That's probably why I like to drink my cans like that, because I used to like stand around in slushy puddles at school doing nothing, just staring at the ground, and we'd be thirsty sometimes, you know. Like waiting out at the bus stop, it's like, I should have had a fuller breakfast, but you know, you're just sitting there like, man, what I wouldn't give for some ice water like that right now, you know. That's why I like my drinks like that. Because I never tried it, you know? I never tried puddle, but I would have. Just because it's funny. It's funnier if you say it like that. Why are you so thirsty? I don't know. All I know is that you weren't in charge of your day when you were a kid. You'd stand in slushy puddles and just staring at the ground, thirsty, you know. And you're supposed to be having fun. You know, it's recess. Some only placeable inside things, trying to be smart. That was an offense. Growing up, if you were too smart for my mom, she would call you out. You're trying to be smart with your punishment or whatever. It's like, yeah, Mom, I am smart. You should be fucking proud of me. For once, you know. Not necessarily based on a true story. Is the radio broken? What's going on here? Is this dead air? I know there's not dead air on LBC right now. I don't know. Oh yeah. Unplug it. Unplug it over here. Of course there's not dead air. That's why I said it. Tonight's pizza is good. Sometimes tonight's pizza is, you know, mushy. A little soft on the crust. In the middle. Tonight's pizza is perfect. People are jealous. This pizza is so good, people are jealous. They're making it a crime out there, you know. People are so jealous, they're like, what does he really mean? But that's how good this pizza is. People are fucking jealous right now. That's what it is. The big problem with my show is people are fucking jealous of you, man. Yeah, I want my property. I want my property fucking marked. And that's for artistic purposes. It's like a painter knowing the four corners of his canvas. You know, is it 16 by 16? What do we got here? It's not necessarily we're gonna fight anything that moves that comes in here. It's not that territorial. It's like I gotta know what canvas we're working on here. We're gonna paint on. Now that I've outlined half of it, I can just see our property lines now, but let's mark them so it's permanently marked in my mind. You know? Like that. Yes, cool. Huh? What? I moved it back a little bit. Can't believe it. Oh, yes! Yes! That's an awesome story. This is the greatest story ever. You have to remind me what we're talking about, right? Sometimes you're watching an amazing Grand Slam fly over the... There you go. I'm sitting here watching this, right? Oh. We're having a moment. Ooh. Hey, people are jealous, and it's women jealous of each other about me. Who's gonna be my bride, future bride? Not in my head, that's true, but like when I look at the views of the live show, it's probably not true. Women are probably not fighting each other for me. Well, it feels like we're close. We're sort of close to that, maybe. Each DJ deck that I get down here up and running, we're like closer to a date. A hot date night or something. I just know it. I just sense it. This is what I need to be doing. That's how I know how to do everything. Property. Property lines. Everything's perfect. Everything's perfect down to the T. It just so happens everything's perfect. You know, like sometimes we didn't get it perfect. You know? I see the line now that I'm fighting against. I should move my camera down, like, and now I understand. When I'm doing this, I should move my camera closer down to the lines here to see them better. Because I see the line. That's the line a little better. I see the line a little better. Now let's go the other way and get close to this line. Oh, now I see that line. Yeah, it's right there. Right there. And not an inch closer. It's right there and not an inch closer. That was me demonstrating the inch if you didn't catch that. Over here. Now I have property. Okay, that's my property. Let's take a look at my property. Yep. We need better indicators, but that's my property, all right. That's my damn property, all right. And my brother's house is right here next door. And that's his bench, and that's my bench. It's like ultra cute that my brother's house is right there, and that's his bench. And then across from his bench is my bench. And behind my bench, let me jump it that the right way. Here's my bench. Behind my bench. Do you jump out? Hold on, wait. Anyway, behind my bench is my house. So here's my property and my house. And then basically from my house, this is my house right here. This is my wall. From my house, we're in my yard. No, let me try that again. From my front door right here. From my front door, we get to the back of my house. Here's the back of my house. I'm touching the back of my house. If I run this way through my yard, here's a road. Here is a road, okay? And then here is my bench, okay? And it's a nice little quaint fence, and I love the fence. You know what? My brother knew to live here. My brother knew to live here because he knows that I love to do this on the fence. I love to jump the fence like Miyagi. I love to run along on top of the fence like Miyagi. So, like, my brother, he must have known that I would love this. But, here's my bench. And behind my bench, right here on the road, this is a house on the green grass on the road. Right. It's the best property in Ultima Online, where you have your castle. The most valuable cryptocurrencies, and they're for billions of cryptocurrency, is a castle on the green grass with road, in front of it. And that's literally what this is. We're on the green grass on the road. Like Ultima Online. If we were pricing a castle in Ultima Online, that's the highest price. So my brother he must, and his World of Warcraft friend must have known this is where we should have lived. But here's my bench. Behind my bench is my yard and my house. But across from my bench is my brother's bench. And this is the road. We're on the green grass with a road. I don't actually think they make places without roads, but in Ultima Online they do. I bet somewhere there's one. But across from my bench, in front of my yard, is my brother's bench. This is my brother, his bench. Now, and this is his yard, and this is his house. It's actually technically not his yard, but effectively it's his backwoods. It's the woods between our houses. But we're neighbors, We're neighbors, but we have a wood between us, and it's actually like the biggest tree here. Let me get a little height. Is this the biggest tree for a while? Look how big that tree is. Are we at the biggest tree for a while, or what? I can see my house from here. Here's my brother's house. Between us is an enormous tree. And the way that my brother and I fight, it sort of needs to be here. I love that there's an enormous tree between us. It's just fucking... You did a good job. This is a good... I'm a guy who can... Man, if you need me to say something nice, I'm a good writer, but like... Sometimes I'm just writing nice things and writing good things about something. But I'm actually genuinely like, they did a good job. And I'm including my brother in the World of Warcraft makers. His guild. This is his guild. Where the southernmost desert island house on the other side. On the other my other house. People basically get two. One for each side. Find my desert island house because I got it. I got the last one from the thing I was looking at. I got the last desert island house of the remotest location. I want to show it off, and we'll do the property line there. Now that we got the property line here, we're gonna switch properties. Property location. Switch property visits. All right, what else? Oh yeah, where's my house? Oh yeah, I know how. House button. Okay, here's house button. Room place. Where's my other house? Here it is. Nope. Do I have to change factions to be my... I surely not. Are you kidding me? Maybe. Oh, here we go. Rage Pilgrim Cornucopia. Teleport to plot. Let's go to my secret desert island. So this is my brother and my house. Our neighbor, my brother's house and my house in this nice neighborhood. Let's go to my desert island at the Horde. This is a desert island of a house. I've got a pirate ship, sunken pirate ship, washed on board, whale bones, huge palm tree, and this is my house, and no one else is near. It's my house on like a desert island. Here's a steep beach. You know what I mean? Like, it's basically the bluffs. That's why they call it the bluffs. When a beach is so steep that it might fall off like that, the side of the beach is bluffing that it's the side of the beach, and it'll just fall, and it's extremely dangerous. Extreme danger. You look like a chocobo. You can stay. We have our own species of chocobo, but like, I am on a desert island. If you want a desert island in this game, there's one house with a desert island, and I got it. I mean, I'm sure there are other houses around here, but let me show you on the map. Well, let me fly up really high. I'm on a desert island out here. See, there's really no other houses over here. Let me show you on the map. Yeah. Like, there's other this house right here is on an island. But like, I'm on a desert island out here. He's close to people. See how close he is to people? Even though he's surrounded by people. Look at him, he's surrounded by people. I am on the other side of a mountain over here. Let me go see how surrounded the other desert island is, because I didn't even check. I just saw that and was like, ooh, I bought that immediately. Yeah, see, this guy's on a ledge, and that's cool. You know, that's cool. You're on a ledge, but you might fall off the ledge too. Now, I mean, you know, slow fall is fun. Yeah, the ledge is cool. The ledge is fun. It's not a desert island. Look at this guy. Yeah, this guy's on a desert island. It doesn't even look like he's on a desert island. Anyway. Yeah, it's like he's on a sandbar. Look at that. This is a terrible desert island because it's like a sandbar. That is cool. You know, that's cool. You know, these people are cool. Now let's look at my desert island. I'm on Epstein Island over here. That is Epstein Island if you've ever seen it. Look. That's a fucking nice... I'm sorry, guys. This is the nicest desert island they make. I'm saying it. That other sand dune over there, the sandbar, you can't live on the sandbar, man. This is a nice desert island I'm on. No, if you smack your lips, you can taste the food better. It would be impolite to ask me to eat with my mouth closed in an empty room, in a room where no one else is here. It would be impolite to ask me to not smack my lips. And that's because manners have never seen the internet. This is not the first time manners have gotten fucked up on the internet. If you smack your lips, you can taste the food better. Try it. Don't just believe me. I want you to try it for yourself. And you'll be like, wow, why is that? It's like, why do plants use, chlorophyll to synthesize photosynthesis, I don't know why. Why do your taste buds taste food better when you smack your lips? I'm not actually exactly sure why. I'm sure it's happening though. You taste it. It just it's a little explosion in your mouth, and it gets like splattered all over your taste buds or something. It's like painting a house without mixing the can up, Chewing with your mouth closed is like opening a can of house paint without mixing it up. Yeah, you can do it. People would appreciate it. But you're fucking up somehow if you don't eat with your mouth open. You can't enjoy it. And you're fucking up. We're gonna need that, but outside. Oh my God, the door! The door outside is moved. I went to go open the door and I moved it. I can't wait to fucking learn those drum buttons and then give them up. And then just give it up. And then taking it back up again. And then months later, weeks later, taking it back up and trying again. And rinse and repeat. There's a button for rinse and repeat on that thing. It's a cool drum machine. That's the funniest thing I've said all day. That's gonna be the funniest joke I made all day. I promise it. I can't be the first person to make that joke, that there's a rinse and repeat button on a DJ deck, but here I am making it. Well, on. I gotta put this in my brother's. We gotta go back to my. Enough of the. Enough of the desert island. We'll get the desert island sorted later. We gotta go get my brother's neighborhood spruced up. The desert island is more fun than friends and family. That's sort of the lesson of Jeffrey Epstein's island. The desert island is so much more interesting and is so much more fun than having friends and family close to you at during the holidays times. But again, it's not good for you. It probably is not good for you. That's why we got to go decorate my house next door to my brother. But like, this is definitely my Epstein Island. Fuck yeah. I'm so happy. The pirate ship is so suspicious. The pirate ship over there. This pirate ship had got something to do with Bitcoin. There's some Bitcoin dude who is like, do the Epstein Island and put the pirate ship in. And man, I'm here. I'm fucking right here. I own this island now. Pleased. I'm so happy that I chose to move next to my brother. I actually picked a different plot, and I thought about it really deeply but quickly. And came to the conclusion I had to live next door to my brother. But he has the benches, and it's on the green grass with the road, and that's the most expensive house in Ultima Online. So it's like an homage to Ultima Online, and then we have the homage to Epstein Island out here with our own private island in the tropics. So awesome. The huge tree between that is separating the brothers and Anaxagoras. That was a Brothers Karamazov reference, but which I own. I own that book, an audiobook, by the way. Unabridged Brothers Karamazov. I own a lot of books. Hey, by the way, people have been saying that people don't read books anymore. I gotta tell you something. I used to read, before I did this live stream, before I did this live show, I used to read audiobooks a lot on Audible. Like I own Audible books. Let me show you what books I got. Let's go through what books I have. All right, here we are. Library. These are the books that I own. Dante's Inferno, unabridged. It's 17 hours. James Joyce. So it's Dante's, the Divine Comedy, the Dante's Inferno. And then there's Ulysses by James Joyce. And then there's Finnegan's Wake by James Joyce, unabridged. I read all of Finnegan's Wake. That was the most recent book I read. We finished it up on live, and that was the last book I read. Return of the King, Book of Two Towers, unabridged. Return of the King, unabridged. Fellowship of the Ring, unabridged. The End of the Earth. Oblivion by David Foster Wallace. The Brothers Karamazov, unabridged. 37 hours. Don Quixote by Cervantes, 36 hours, unabridged. Gulliver's Travels. It's a short book. The Book of Five Rings, another short book. Miyamoto Musashi, the greatest samurai ever. War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy, 61 hours, unabridged. I own all these books, by the way. Own, forever. Thus Spake Zarathustra, a book for all and none, by Friedrich Nietzsche. Every Love Story is a Ghost Story, A Life of David Foster Wallace, by D.T. Max. Parody by John Franzen. The Pale King by David Foster Wallace. I own that book over here. I think I own it first edition, actually. Gravity's Rainbow by Thomas Pynchon, 34 hours. I've read that whole book. The David Foster Wallace Reader. I own the collector's edition over there on the wall. It's a one of 200 and something. Collector's edition. The Broom of the System, a novel by David Foster Wallace. I've read that. Infinite Jest. I've read that. It's 1,000 pages. I've read it 4 times. The Legend of King Arthur and His Knights, the Once and Future King. I've read all that. Moby Dick. I've read it, the whole thing, 21 hours. Heavier Than Heaven, a biography of Kurt Cobain. I've read it twice. The Hobbit, 10 hours. It's my favorite book ever, probably. Other than Infinite Jest. I mean, from my childhood is probably my favorite book. Before I became a genius. Yeah, those are my books that I own. And I gotta tell you something. I do not read audiobooks anymore because since I started live streaming, because it is really rude. And it is really fucking... It's like really rude to read an audiobook on your live stream. But like, I'm telling you right now, we would have gotten through those books by now if I didn't do this live stream. So I don't want to hear shit about people who don't read anymore, because on live stream, you're not reading all of Cervantes' Don Quixote very easily. I mean, maybe if we do a serious push, but like, it's not a live streaming thing. People, it's not a live streaming thing to read a book. It can be. I will make it. If anyone can do it, I'll make it. Okay, Epstein Island, we'll be back later. All right, we're in this together. What are the texts that you got from Larry Summers? We're in this together, Epstein. think they're on to us. Just lay low for a bit. It's not even a joke. It's sort of like exactly how it went down. And everyone's just still waiting around like, what's going to happen? Yeah, no, this time I think they're really on to us, so you gotta really lay low this time. Epstein Island. I never thought I would need discus throw until I needed the pizza plate behind me from an exact length away from me. It'd be easier to grab it on the outside than closer to you. And the discus was born when the pizza wasn't good enough that one day. The pizza was cold, so you just discused it. And that's why we have discuss. All right, let's decorate a house. Oh my God, Seamus. What is wrong with you? People are eating right now. Nah. Sorry. Little. I'm gonna put this on the other side of the house because we're a horde guild. On the other side of my house, where my brother can't see, I put my my alliance banner, and he'll laugh. He'll laugh when he sees it back here. You know, like it'll be funny. He doesn't give a shit, but it's just funny. We're being funny. We're being cheeky. We're having a go and being cheeky, as they say. In America, we don't say having a go. We say making fun. But we also say fooling around. Because in England, that's like a well-paid profession. Like a professional, you know, doctor or lawyer or like a fool in the king's court, you know. And they all get paid the same in England. So I don't even think they fool around in England. Because that's a really well-paying job. Because they have a king. Needs to be fooled. Wow. They have the hot tub already. This pizza is so good. I can't really determine how to explain how good this pizza is. Other than I'm not drinking my soda, that's how good it is. The sauce as religious experience. What is with the sauce? Why is the sauce so good? What is in that sauce? That's what it's like. Why is it so good? It's got to be tomatoes, right? But what's really going on? No, don't think about it too hard, because I don't want them to change it. If they change it, it's game over for me. At this point, I'm just delinquently throwing things on the ground. Toward the end of the meal, if it's good enough, I'll be like sort of stomping my feet like Godzilla around. More. Like when Godzilla ran out of buildings to eat. He knew this day would come. You can't build them fast enough. And then you go, this is how they made World of Warcraft. They just have an engine where they place things like that, and it's like, yep, that's how they made it. Someone worked really hard for an afternoon. Hey, that's how I do everything too. I gotta wrap it up. This pizza's got me feeling so good. I'm just ready to do whatever we think about doing. That was a weird pepperoni, but we did a school unit in 7th grade history class. We did a whole day on the Holocaust, and we walked in, and the room was completely dark, and all the lights were off. And we did this story about the Holocaust and history. And I'll never forget it, because the teacher was so funny and so fun and all the time. And we walked in, and it was just like this dark classroom, and I don't even know, he had like Halloween cobwebs up or something. I don't remember, but it was like, turn off LBC radio. It's doing gypsies again. Jesus.
Just turn it off, you know. Just turn it off. That's what Gandalf says at Bilbo Baggins' house when all the dwarves show up. He says, and just bring out the cold chicken and pickles. Like, even if it's not that good, just bring them out. You know, the implication is that we'll pick through and see what's still good. You just bring it out. And we won't judge. We'll decide what's edible, but we won't judge. So Gandalf goes, and just bring out the cold chicken and pickles. Okay, Bilbo Baggins? Just bring them out. Ridiculous nonsense. How about that? People are so jealous of me. I can sense it. They can't really fathom how jealous they are of me. I know when people are jealous of me. You don't have to be of a certain country to know when people are really fucking jealous of you. And they have nothing else. When people are so jealous of me, they have nothing else to talk about other than me and how funny I sound while I'm eating, you know? Like dragon, you know? I'm like a dragon, like the dragon Smog eating a horse, you know? That's what happened. And the wizard arrives precisely when he means to. My brother's gonna wake up tomorrow morning and see my yard with all the sculptures all of it. Be like, what the fuck happened out there last night? He's gonna walk on my property and be like, was there a party out here last night? The fuck is going on out here? I feel like this yard is bigger. I feel like this yard is fucking bigger than my desert island. I don't really believe that the World War ended. I don't really believe that it ended. I think the bad guys... You know what I think happened? I think the reason the Germans didn't get exploded at the end of World War II, quote unquote, I think it's actually World War Part 7 right now. And I think... Do you know what I really think happened at the end of World War II? I think that the Nazis infiltrated
London, England, and the King of England, and the President of the United States, and Washington, D.C. And I think that the Nazis sent in secret spies to go drop nuclear bombs on people who are not white, like the Japanese. And I think once those bombs hit, I think the whole world, everyone who was really smart, they knew that the war wasn't over. They knew that Hitler had won because he had managed to infiltrate America, and Hitler effectively infiltrated American law and British law and American government and British government, and then he had them drop nuclear bombs on not white people that he didn't like. And then when the world found that out, everyone started acting real quick. Like, we got to pretend like this sort of didn't happen. We gotta act like this was a good idea, that we actually meant to drop those bombs on Japan. But I had this strange feeling like Epstein is still alive on his island, and he's in the witness protection program. Like Epstein's actually alive. We never saw pictures of him. I had the strangest feeling that Adolf Hitler got in the witness protection program. He did nothing wrong. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like if two spies got into the American government and dropped the nuclear bombs on Japan, and they were Nazis, and you read that in a book, like on a page in a book, on one of those audible books that I read, you would be like, yeah, that's how the Nazis like took over. Is they didn't officially blow everybody up. They blew up nuclear bombs from the other side, from within the other side. And that's why I don't really believe that the World War ended. I sort of believe we're on part 7, part 8 right now, about in 25. Yeah, because it means that the bad guys won like a long time ago. And when the nuclear bombs dropped, nobody really knew who dropped the nuclear bombs. You have to understand how people can't really admit that. And it was scary. That's got to be so scary. Imagine if some nuclear bombs went off right now and it was like, it's like Charlie Kirk's assassin. We think we know who did it, but it's kind of bullshit. And they made it up. No one knows who dropped the nuclear bombs. And they go, of course it was the Nazis. Of course they were Nazi. They infiltrated the British government. The Nazis infiltrated the American government and dropped the nuclear bombs on non-whites, you know. But like, it was such a scary thing that everyone was sort of like, whoa, we gotta pretend like we just won everything and this is great, you know. But it was like super scary and dangerous, and we're in like World War Part 7 right now. We were born into a World War scenario. Part 3 was Cold War. 9/11, Part 4. Part 5 had to be, I don't know. I count 7. No, I truly, really do believe that. Like, I really, truly, wholly believe it. And the moon landing never happened either. We would be on the moon so hard on YouTube. They would have Moon Channel, you know what I mean? In 2 seconds. We would have Moon Channel in 2 seconds if we actually went. We never went. It's nonsense. You want to drive a car on the moon? The driving the car, hitting the golf club is plausible. Driving the car on the moon is the dumbest fucking stupid shit I've ever heard of. It's the stupidest thing ever. It's so stupid. Right? It's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard of. You have to be really stupid to believe that they drove a car on the moon. And Elon doesn't have a Tesla up there right now. I mean, don't be a goddamn idiot. I can't wait to learn those fucking drum pads. You know why? Because I don't have a fucking clue what it means. They have like a fourth of a beat, they have a half beat, they have a full beat, they have like slow times too. Each one of those buttons means something. I can't wait to learn that shit. Like, yeah. Like this thing. I'm going to immediately give it up. But like weeks and weeks later, we'll pick it back up. And we'll start not from the beginning when we pick it back up. When I learn as much, I get excited and, whatever you want to call it. And then I quit. But I never, sell it back. Oh, I'm done with that. Everything I quit, we put on the shelf and we take it out later. The fucking electric violin. You know what I mean? Every time I touch the electric violin, I never put it down without playing some of it. You just gotta get used to it. The one main thing about what I'm doing, you have to get used to using the bow and the violin at the same time with two hands, And that's not to mention your fingers, what your fingers are doing. But you have to do that. It doesn't matter if I'm doing it right or not, or it makes sense, or I learned it from someone else. You just you have to fiddle, and that's fiddling. That's fiddling. You didn't know a fiddle and a violin is the same thing. It's just the way you learn it. A fiddle is learned by a guy by himself, in the rural, South. A violin is something you go to school and learn how to play in an orchestra and get paid money. But like a fiddle is like a backwoods hillbilly picked up some strings and catguts, taught himself this. Watch this. So I'm basically teaching myself how to fiddle, and so it's just it looks funny. It can look weird. But you have to fiddle. By which I mean you have to fiddle with it. It's not that you have to learn it and memorize it. And you have to even do your homework. With the fiddle, you just have to fiddle with it, like your genitals. You know what I mean? Like you're just playing with it now. Yeah, it's not even noon yet, No. But you know what I mean. Whether it's noon yet or not, you know what I mean by fiddle with it. So I have, apparently there's like collector's edition things that I got, and I want to see them. How do I search for collector's edition? Filter. Sort by. Let's say they almost put collector's edition in there. In the filters. The only filter they're missing is collector's edition. Do I have things or what, man? Apparently I've got things out here. Storage. Decor. Yeah, this light-infused fountain, I'm almost sure that's a collector's edition. Yeah, let's get these. Yeah. The light fountain, the corrupt, the void corrupt fountain. Yeah, these are collectors. I gotta get these. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna place it all and then move it around. Just get it all out, get it all down, and then move it. My brother is gonna run. You know what I really like is that they didn't put any fence between my house and my brother's house. I can run there without jumping. That is so smart. It really is. This is my brother's front door. And the front door, his front door doesn't even face the road, which is really funny. But what's interesting about that is his front door, instead of facing his road and his mailbox, his front door faces my yard and my house. And what's cool is you can run from his front door straight to my house without having to jump over a fence. You can jump the fence, you know, and we will. It's nice that our yards are connected. And what's cool is that if you take the shortest way through our yards, you hit this tree and these benches. This is like if you could own a bench outside of your property, that's what this is. These benches are. This is my bench in front of my yard, my brother's bench in front of his yard, and then the tree's bench between our yards. The tree and the root of this tree is almost sitting on this bench, but that's definitely the tree's bench. All right, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go, everyone. I'll see you later. This is the last bite, right? Oh wow, I ate a whole pizza. This is the last bite. I'm the glorious Lord Erickson Krona, the seneschal of the Ingot House, and apparently this is now the Ingot House, by the way. Like I own Lord Erickson's castle and Lord Erickson's castle tower in Ultima Online. However, this is the Ingot House. We also have the Ingot House in Ultima Online. I own several houses, by which I mean 7 houses. Turn off LBC radio. They're doing something silly about the gypsies. Just turn it off. Now this is officially the Ingot House. If I could name it, if you could name your house, I would name it the Ingot House. It's the replacement online of the White House, and I am the author of QAnon, so I'm like the seneschal of the Ingot House. It's just someone who sits in the chair, like the president was when he was just present there at the White House or whatever. But here's the point. I'm the seneschal of the Ingot House, the glorious Lord Erickson Krona, the author of QAnon, the fire majory guru as seen on YouTube, who lives next door to his brother now in game. Of the name Anaxagoras, hero of the Alliance, the venom of evil, we say farewell. Where I come from in Internet Utopia and Ultima Online, where I own the castle and stuff, and the priceless NFT, we say, yeah, that Internet Utopia, we say farewell. And this is the first time I've ever lived next to my brother in the video game in World of Warcraft, so it's like a really special moment. I'm gonna decorate this house by morning light, and when he wakes up and logs on tomorrow, which is really today, this morning, I might still be here. Anyway, I won't be live streaming. I'll see you all later. Farewell. Farewell, farewell. We laid some cement. I'm not going to say we fully decorated today, but we laid some cement. We got the property line, marked. My dad's most important thing in his... we got my property line marked. We didn't finish decorating, but at least the property line is marked. And I have my bearing. I know where I live now. I just found out where I live now. We don't have to be fully decorated by log out, by live stream sign off. I'm gonna still be logged in. I'll log in later or something. I'll see you all later. Farewell. Farewell. I'm so happy I live next to my brother. Me and my brother, we live next door in the video game. Yeah. Farewell, everyone. Oh, by the way, if you're a pretty girl, I'm single, never married, no kids. Right? Message me. That's my sales pitch on Tinder. You know what I mean? I'm just so used to saying it now. Single, never married, no kids. Bye.